It's week 4 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Titans and the Bengals coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines, and he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Looking to throw on second down. Callahan firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 catches, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Callahan. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Callahan. Again, he finds Moore. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Callahan. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And the Bengals are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but, boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 12 catches, 109 yards.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in his first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
On second down, Carmichael. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Gordon. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Back to throw. Gordon. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Dio Dangbo there to make the play defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Callahan. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Back to throw. Gordon caught on the right side by Adams. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop you, keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll try the left side. Carmichael. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Gordon. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They run the counter. Carmichael. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Gordon. Hard throw. Incomplete. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. This from 36 yards out. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Off play action. Callahan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Off the play fake. Callahan. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Callahan. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
I see y'all. Good job over there, baby.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Callahan. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. Gordon. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Gordon. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Callahan. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot. And
what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Callahan had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Callahan. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gordon. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gordon. That's taken in by Higgins. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
To try here for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, Callahan. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this is caught by Watkins. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So that challenge, a successful one. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. Gabriel Davis, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll skip over to Louisiana to check on the Saints at home in New Orleans. And that one all even as they play the visiting Carolina Panthers. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Gordon. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw on second down, Gordon. It's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll try the left side. Carmichael. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Throwing on 1st down. Gordon. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Pass on for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it 1st on offense to start the 3rd. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the 2nd half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Looking to throw on second down. Callahan. And it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
On third down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll run here with Akers. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Looking to throw. Callahan. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On third down, Callahan. They'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Here we go.
A very important third down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, Callahan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Akers. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Cam Akers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've got the lead as they begin this drive 1st and 10, trying to forget about that loss last week to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Throwing to start the drive. Gordon. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. Back to throw. Gordon. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. To throw on third down. Gordon. He hits his target, the tight end Adams. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense set to go again. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
On first down, Callahan. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
To throw on second down, Callahan. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gordon. Looking left sideline, incomplete. 3rd quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Gordon. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board. Those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now a 2nd down and 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Gordon. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. On 1st and 10, Gordon. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Gordon. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Operating from the gun. Gordon. Fighting to stay upright. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a
touchdown Bengals. It's complete. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact and the next-gen stats. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Throwing on first down. Callahan. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Back to throw. Callahan. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Throwing on 3rd and long. Callahan. And that will be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gordon. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Gordon. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Callahan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st down, Callahan. He's going to look deep for more. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Callahan. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Callahan throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fowler. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Callahan. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Callahan. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. The clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
On 1st down, Carmichael. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, Carmichael. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. To throw on 3rd down, Gordon. The left side throw complete to Adams. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Bass is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when he left his foot, he knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On 1st and 10, Callahan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Looking to throw. Gordon. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that with every